Very clear that a big decision is coming tomorrow for the Supreme Court. My guess is they're not sleeping real well at the White House tonight. That's the way it ought to be, all right? Yeah. And this is a decision, by the way, about whether or not Obamacare is constitutional, whether it passes constitutional muster. And so we're all waiting to see how the court will decide. One thing we already know, however, we already know it's bad policy and it's got to go. And so if the court upholds it, if they say, look, it passes the Constitution, it still is bad policy, and that'll mean if I'm elected, we are going to repeal it and replace it. Whatever the Supreme Court does tomorrow, one thing we know, if I'm elected president, we're going to get rid of Obamacare and replace it with real reform. There are going to be a lot of sleepless nights at the White House over the next few months because the president's in a tight spot. He's in a tight spot because of Obamacare and the fact the American people don't want it, and the more they learn about it, the less they like it. He's in a tight spot because he hasn't done what he said he'd do. He said he'd turn this economy around. That was his number one priority. He went on the Today Show right after being inaugurated, and he said, if I can't turn around the economy in 3 years, I'll be looking at a one-term proposition. Time to go.